Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Over the past few weeks, I've been thinking about how to live my life more intentionally. And the mindset that has helped me the most to achieve that goal has been minimalism. Now in this video, I'd like to explain how I think minimalism is best understood, and also how a minimalist mindset can help us design our life the way we want it to be. People all around the world, myself included, tend to strive for material wealth and to exaggerate its importance. We tend to want to get rich in order to be able to buy all the stuff that we want to buy. But it is on this issue that we need to reflect more closely, because you see, we tend to buy stuff for many more reasons than actually needing it. We buy stuff to fill up a personal void, to feel better in the moment, or just because we see others buy stuff and we want it too. There is a certain feel-good factor to buying things that makes our brain think about justifications for buying all those things. And this is precisely where minimalism comes in. Minimalism, the way I understand and apply it, allows us to reflect more deeply about why it is that we want to buy certain things and own them, and question whether we really need to own that thing or it's just a compulsive behavior that we can avoid. To me, a minimalist mindset means flicking the switch from the idea that more is better to the idea that less is better. And once owning less becomes a purpose in itself that makes you feel good because you're achieving that minimalist goal, then you'll start to see the improvements that minimalism will bring to your life. Thus, what the minimalist attitude allows us to do is to free ourselves from compulsive desires and from the obsessive need to buy and own. The minimalist mindset has helped me change my behavior quite radically for the better. And further, I'd like to show you 3 ways in which I've changed the way I do things and the benefits of each one. Feel free to like this video and let's jump right in. I initially decided to try my own version of minimalism when I realized that I was thinking too often about buying stuff. Since then, adopting minimalism has been quite a process, and it took some time for me to flick that switch and to change my mindset. But the first step I took in order to change my behavior was to think twice before buying something. Nowadays, it's very easy to buy stuff. You don't even have to go to the store anymore. You can just open up your phone, open the Amazon app, and click buy now on a product that you want, and it arrives at your door the next day. But the sheer ease of buying stuff shouldn't make us buy more stuff just because we can, but because it's so easy to do now, and because of how good it feels to just get yourself a little something. It has become quite a form of entertainment, a bit like opening up YouTube or Netflix and watching a short episode. Depending on our mood and emotional state, we might feel compelled to buy things which we don't really need. But this all goes back to the question, is more better? So once I decided to try minimalism, I started shifting towards the idea that less is better. And I started getting more and more satisfaction from owning less. In practical terms, whenever the idea pops into our minds that we need to buy something, we should question the real need to buy that thing. We should stop and think, do I really need this, or do I just want this to make myself feel better? Another incentive for thinking twice is that buying something new also contributes to consumerism, which is destroying our planet. The constant production of new stuff is eating up Earth's resources. So if you've decided that indeed you need that thing, then I would suggest you check out the used market first. In this way, you might also be able to save some money and help preserve the planet's resources. So the benefits of thinking twice before buying something is that probably half of the time you'll decide not to buy because you don't actually need that thing and you realize it's just a compulsive decision, and the rest of the time you'll probably realize that you could actually check out the used market and get that thing there. So the end effect is threefold. Firstly, you don't buy something that you don't need that will just clutter your house. Secondly, you'll preserve Earth's resources, and thirdly, you'll save some money which you can use to beef up your savings and potentially invest. Well, thinking twice before buying something is more of a reaction to your initial thought of needing a thing and needing to buy that thing. There is another more active step you can take to become more minimalist. So the second change of behavior that I associate with minimalism is actively thinking about things that you can let go of. Now I know, letting go of the things that you've used for a long time but are no longer using is not that easy at the beginning. We are emotional beings, and to some extent we develop an emotional connection to all the inanimate things that we use. As humans, we attach meaning and emotions and memories to all of these objects. And indeed, there are some objects that we should really keep. I'm not saying that you should just chuck everything out of the window and just live and sleep on the floor and eat from a single bowl every day. If you love that photo album from when you were a kid, or that souvenir you bought when you were on holiday with your friends, then keep these things, because they will bring valuable memories back to you. However, there are a lot of things that we initially might feel that we have an emotional connection with them and that we want to keep them, we could never let them go, but we should in fact let go. And over these past weeks I've realized just how much stuff there is in and around the house that you can actually sell and let go of. It's amazing just how many things are not indispensable. So over the past few weeks I took every little thing that I wasn't using and I thought I wouldn't use in the future either, and I didn't throw it away, but I sold it on the used market. Surely it has been quite a lot of stuff, but I'm really happy about that decision that I took to let go. By doing this, I have achieved two things that have made my life better. One is that now there's a lot less clutter around the apartment and it's a lot more breathable. I know where every little thing is and I know that I'm using everything that I own. Second, I'm way better off now and I've been able to save a lot more money and invest it. So up to now we've talked about the reaction of thinking twice before buying something and the action of actively letting go. And letting go becomes a lot easier when you realize that the material things are not the most important things in life. When you make a purpose out of having less in order to make space for what really matters, that's when you'll be able to let go of all the little things that you don't actually need. So the third change that the minimalist mindset has brought to my life has been a deeper change of my worldview. It has allowed me to place a lot less importance on the material side of life and a lot more importance on what really matters, which are ideas, feelings, and relationships. Having and needing less stuff allows me to focus more on developing my ideas, on becoming more empathetic and paying attention to my own and others' emotions, as well as on developing and working on my relationships with other people. I have come to realize that life is not just about running around trying to make the money to afford all the stuff that we want to buy, which then creates the need to buy more stuff. This is a vicious circle that I believe the minimalist mindset allows us to break free from. And what is more beautiful in life than being free? Free to explore our ideas, our feelings, our relationships with others. So to me, having a minimalist attitude to life does not mean to sell everything, sleep and eat on the floor. It means focusing on the essential and not allowing our compulsive desires to take away our attention from what really matters in life. It is also a reaction against consumerism, which allows us to protect our mental well-being as well as preserve our planet. I believe minimalism is a lifelong journey, and I will surely talk more about it on this channel. So make sure to subscribe to stay tuned to all my future videos, like this video if you enjoyed it. I encourage you to step into the minimalist mindset as well, and let me know down in the comments below what you did today in order to own less and live more. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye.